Mixing with my career building tip, mind your own business. Mind your own business. The reason why I put this in, and it kind of leads you to this sort of nosy, busybody kind of idea, which is that you're always concerned about what other people are doing. How are they doing it? And it's an important part of that in terms of developing your career, because when you see success in other people, you want to emulate it. And that's a very, 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 very important thing or characteristic that you want to take on. So you always want to see the habits, notice the habits of successful people. When I was working in studios and I was an assistant engineer, and all of these amazing artists and all of these amazing engineers that I learned from, and incredible producers that I worked with. And if you look at my discography and the credits, you see some of the amazing people that I worked with. I was very fortunate, very lucky. But one of the things that I always did is I always noticed, I really paid attention to the habits and the mannerisms of people, how they responded to situations when things went wrong, how they dealt with problems, how they even thought about problems. Something went wrong. Did they freak out or did they lose it? Some people did that, but most people are kind of like, okay, what do we need to do to correct this? What do we need to do to fix this, to make this right? And also noticing how they act around things, how they feel about themselves. What are the ways that they go about their day-to-day business? And with artists, it's always a mixed bag. But I think especially with engineers and producers, which was more towards the line that I was heading, I really paid close attention to this. So here I am saying mind your own business, and here I am talking about just watching and like paying attention. So when I say mind your own business, the thing is that when you're looking at other people and you're noticing what they're doing, you want to see what's successful and you want to emulate it. But you don't need to concern yourself about what other people are doing and getting into, how they're doing it and what they're doing wrong and all of those sorts of things, because that's a huge waste of your time and your energy. The other thing you don't want to get caught up in are people who talk negative, like, oh, you can't do that. Like everybody does that. You can't do that. Because those are people who will keep you from accomplishing your goals, keep you from accomplishing the things that you want to do. The difference between the person who's successful and not successful is not necessarily the actions that they take, but the consistency with which they take those actions. When you have people in your life that are sort of pulling you down, or if you're putting your energy into what other people are doing wrong and what other problems, and I can't do this because, of the music industry, and there's too many people out there, and there's all these negative things that you can kind of get into. If you start investing even a small percent or 10% of your energy into that line of thinking, that's 10% that you're taking away from the success of your own career. So the whole idea of minding your own business is that stay focused on what you're doing. Stay focused on how you develop your career, what's working for you, what's not working. Pay attention, make changes, pay attention, notice what's happening, how people respond, what's going on. Notice how other people who are trying to do the same thing, if they're successful, notice what they're doing, how they're doing it, how they're going about it. Not just exactly what they're doing, okay, the exact step-by-step thing that they're doing, but the attitude and the spirit with which they're doing it, because that is as important, if not more important, to the success of what's going on. So there you have it. A quick mixing with Mike career building tip: mind your own business.